Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with the toy room. So it's official. I have decided. I got my pre-order in. I am rolling with the PS5 for the next generation of consoles, and I'm very excited. And I've been an Xbox, I don't want to say fanboy, but I've been riding on Team Xbox ever since the 360, and I just want to kind of explain why I'm switching from Xbox over to the PS5. And again, this is all just my personal opinion. If you guys are getting the Xbox Series X, you know, good for you. I plan to get it somewhere down the line. If you guys are getting the PS5, you know, I'm happy for you as well. I don't really hold any allegiance. Like I have right now the Xbox One and the PS4, well, Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. So I have every console, but my main console has been my Xbox One. Let's go ahead and jump back a little bit. So growing up, I was a PlayStation kid. I had the PS1, I had the PS2, but it was after the PS2, jumping into the 360 PS3 life cycle, that I actually switched from PlayStation over to Xbox. Now, I never had the original Xbox growing up whatsoever, and I think I rarely even ever played the original Xbox at like a friend's house or anything like that. But my parents got us a 360 for Christmas, and ever since then I've been on Team Xbox. Growing up, I absolutely hated the PS3, and still to this day, it's not really one of my favorite systems. I was never a fan of the controller, and if you ask me, a controller is probably one of the most important pieces of a console, because that's really what you spend all of your time interacting with, is that controller. I was never a fan of the PS3 controller. It always felt really lightweight and cheap, and I didn't like the R2 and L2 triggers on it. I don't know, I was just never a big fan of the PS3. I have one in my collection now, but it's still not one of my favorite systems. But then moving into the generation after that, when it came time to get either the PS4 or the Xbox One, I was obviously full on Team Xbox at this point, so I decided to get the Xbox One. I got my Xbox One on launch day back in 2013, had it ever since, and then eventually I got the Xbox One X, and you know, I've been loving it. But somewhere down the line, maybe about 2 years ago, I decided to get a PS4 Pro. Now, the controller on the PS4, hands down, like probably top 5 controllers of all time. Just absolutely phenomenal controller. But the main reason I decided to get the PS4 was for all of these Sony exclusives, from Spider-Man to God of War, and even the Uncharted series that I had never played. So I got a PS4 Pro to play all the PlayStation exclusive games. And now going into this next life cycle, that is a big selling point for me, is the games that Sony has to offer. I mean, they have so many console exclusives coming out, especially some on launch day, or at least close to when the system launches or shortly after, whereas the Xbox, they had Halo going for it, but then they pushed Halo back, I think, a year or two. So there's really no incentive to go out and grab the Xbox Series X. For me personally, there's just so many more better games coming out on the PS5 versus the Series X. And another big selling point for me is the design of both consoles. I absolutely love the way that the PS5 looks. I like how different and just how unique it is. I love the all-white look and just the weird curves and everything with it. I absolutely love it. I don't really want to say hate, but I'm just not a fan of the design of the Series X, because in my opinion, to me, it just looks like a redesigned Xbox One S or X. It just looks like they slightly changed the dimensions of it. It doesn't really look different at all. The controller is basically identical to the Xbox One X controller. So it's like, if I'm gonna go into a new generation of consoles, and if I'm gonna spend, you know, $500, close to even $600-700 when you factor in games and tax and everything like that, you know, I want to feel like I'm getting my money's worth, like I'm getting something new. Like the Xbox Series X, to me, just feels like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a new console to me. Just off of appearance and everything like that, it just feels like another mid-life console, if that makes any sense. So it just looks like a slightly redesigned, different shaped Xbox One X. And again, like I said, the controller is the same. I believe the interface, the user interface, is going to be slightly similar to the Xbox One. So I'm just not a fan of how everything just feels a little bit recycled with the Xbox. And like I said, if I'm going to drop that money, I want to feel like I'm in the next generation. I want something futuristic. I want something that just stands out, and the Xbox just doesn't do it for me. I love the uniqueness and the just how much of an oddball the PS5 is in terms of design. Now, as far as specs, they're pretty much identical, with the Xbox being slightly more powerful and having a slightly bigger hard drive, but other than that, pretty much the specs are the same across the board, so I'm not really missing too much on the PlayStation side. I don't think that the downgrade in power from the Xbox Series X to the PS5 is going to be that substantial of a difference, so I'm not really worried about that. I do plan to get the Series X somewhere down the line. I'm not really sure when. Maybe if it goes on sale in a couple years or something like that. But as of today, well, as of yesterday, I have the PS5 pre-ordered at GameStop. Now, I do work at Target, so I could use my Target discount to get the PS5, but I'm not really guaranteed one. You know, people are going to be waiting in line, I'm sure camping out, trying to get one and everything like that. So I don't know how, like, if I'm guaranteed to get one just because I work at Target, if I can get one from Target. So I did want to at least pre-order it at GameStop to ensure that I have that pre-order locked down. So when the time comes in 2 months, which is crazy, we're 2 months away. When that time comes, I have at least one guaranteed at GameStop. Worst case scenario, I get one at Target and one at GameStop, and I just return the one at GameStop or sell it or something like that. I probably won't sell it just because I don't want to go through the hassle of eBay and all that stuff. So I'll probably just end up returning it. But yeah, so I'm very excited. 2 months away. I have a bunch of games pre-ordered already. Not all of them are coming out on launch day, but I have the Spider-Man Miles Morales pre-ordered. I have the new Call of Duty pre-ordered. I have 2K21 pre-ordered. I have the Lego Star Wars Saga pre-ordered for PS5. I have Marvel's Avengers as a free upgrade that I got on the PS4. So I have tons of games pre-ordered, so I'm super excited. But that is this video in a nutshell. I'm switching from Xbox to PS5 because of, one, the console exclusives, and two, just the design and aesthetic of the PS5 really appeals to me way more than the Xbox Series X does. And I know that the design actually may not even matter to people, because at the end of the day, it's not the design that matters, it's the performance that matters. But to me, being a collector, having everything on display, and having the Xbox One and the One X, and also like the 360 and the original Xbox, you put them all together, they don't all necessarily look the same, but they're all black, they all blend in, they don't really stand out. I love consoles that stand out. That's why I'm such a big fan of the GameCube and even the Wii, you know, being an all-white console and the GameCube being the purple cube. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, I just like uniqueness. So that is why I'm switching to Sony, to PlayStation, for this next generation of consoles. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments below, what are you going with, the Xbox Series X or the PS5? I would love to know. Let's have a debate, a respectful debate in the comments about what system you're going for and why. Are you getting one or are you getting both? Let's talk about it down in the comments below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link's in the description down below. I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.